You're gonna work. You're not gonna blink without permission. Your world is mine. I'm not your manager. I'm your fucking boss. Girl, we need to talk about the finale episode.
I feel like you're gonna hit me. I fucking want to.
Hi! Oh my god! We're back. So, sorry, it's been a little while. Okay, I had my fair share of stuff to do. Sorry for not having delivered more videos about Euphoria or like videos in general. It's been like quite a stressful month, not gonna lie. But we're back for a little bit because the Euphoria finale just came out. You know, I watched it this morning, the episode. And we need to discuss it. We need to talk about that because that was like, oh my god. We're done with Euphoria. There's no season 4, no anything. Loki, that's for the better. We don't need a season 4. Bitch, after all the mess that happened in season 3, I don't think we need a season 4, to be honest. Like, that's kind of also part of the reason why I did not make other videos. Like, I was really busy. But also, honestly, you know, the whole series has been a mess. Like, entertaining, yes, but a mess. And to be honest with you, I did not just want to sit here and like make up theories about how the plot line was gonna go. I wanted to like wait till the end to make myself an opinion of, you know, whether the show was actually like good or it was low-key a miss. And we're gonna talk about that today. Okay. Today we got notes and it's a lot, you know, it's like 2 pages of notes because there's a lot to unpack here. Of course, I'm still gonna mention the past episodes because like, you know, we need to know what led up to the finale and to like contextualize a little bit. If you haven't watched them, I have like commentary to episode 1 and 2 and to episode 3 over here. And I think we can begin from a little recap of what happened in the finale. Oh my god. Okay, we left off Rue in the last episode in Laurie's farm. She was trying to make it out alive, first of all, and she was trying to get the money that was stolen from Alamo's strip club in, you know, the farms. Yes, that one. Big mess happens. They start screaming because there's no money in there, and that's how episode 7 ends. Episode 8 starts with Rue punching Faye. Girl, that felt low-key so out of character for Rue, but to be honest, I really enjoyed that. And also sticking some kind of like mechanical thingy, I don't know how that's called, in Wayne's knee. Thank you, Rue, for your service. Thank you. We basically run away from Laurie's farm, and I gotta say, you know, the first part of the episode has been really... Loki was not really interested in getting to know where that was gonna happen. Like, Loki, the DEA was gonna do its job, you know, they were gonna find the drugs, which they didn't find, but they were gonna like still, you know, get to Laurie's farm and arrest everybody. So, I don't know, I feel like by the end of the episode, genuinely, I did not care about Laurie killing herself.
She passed away?
Like, girl, I completely forgot about that. And when I was rewatching, like, you know, through the reactions of people, like, on Instagram and stuff, I was like, wait, Laurie died. Nobody's mentioning that. Which, again, that's fair for, like, the rest of the stuff that happens, you know, in this episode. They don't find the drugs. That's really important because the vans were switched. Remember, there was a van going to Mexico to get some, like, drugs to bring it back to Laurie for Alamo, but the vans were switched. So now Bishop was driving the van with drugs to Alamo's place, and the other van was going to Laurie's farm, which then was like interjected by the DEA. And that's like kind of how the whole Laurie's farm situation ends. We see Cassie and Maddy at this cafe, and the scene was really cute. People online were already talking about how Cassie and Maddy were gonna have this sort of White Lotus sort of final conversation, you know, just like dynamic, and y'all were right.
What do I do?
We see Maddy going like, oh, what am I gonna do? And Cassie's like, we're gonna figure this out together. And it's like, now that Nate is gone, Nate is gone. Oh my god. Damn. Now that Nate is gone, they can finally kind of dedicate themselves to their friendship and healing each other and just creating a life out of Nate's mess. Because mind you, I want to remind this to everybody, Cassie's ended up in that situation because of Nate. it's all Nate's fault, low-key. He couldn't find the money, so the Romanian guy that I forgot the name of ended up threatening Cassie, and then Maddy got involved because it's, you know, Cassie's manager. The whole situation that happened in episode 7 with the, you know, the pact that Maddy and Alamo did, and that whole thing was basically Nate's fault. Yeah. Also, was I surprised that he died? No. It's been like the whole season that they've been beating him up, cutting like fingers and toes, and it's like, girl, at some point you gotta die. Like, I'm sorry. Also, was it like a big loss in the show? To be honest, his character was like very central to the first seasons. In the third season, to be honest, like we really didn't see Nate being like a central character, like not at all, despite being like the kind of core problem of like everybody's life apparently. So, to be honest with you, his death was expected, and I honestly did not mind it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying that. Also, I saw this one theory online that said that, you know, the whole like biblical references in the show, and Sam Levinson saying that God was going to be like the center of the show. There's like someone that said, I have no idea who, I just saw the video and that's it. Someone said that Nate was Jesus, and Maddy and Cassie were like the Virgin Mary, Mary Magdalene, and he was basically like sacrificing himself so that the girls could heal or something. And I'm like, that's a bit of a stretch, babe. Like, saying that Nate is Jesus is like, babe, I don't know about that. You know, when it comes to like the whole theme of Christianity, we're gonna talk about this later, so I'm not really gonna mention it now, but there's people saying that it was like Christian propaganda at the end, and do I agree with that? I don't know. I honestly did not feel really inspired to pick up a Bible after everything that happened, you know what I mean? Like, the next big sequence sees Rue at Ali's place, and we see them talking about what's good and what's bad, what's a good evil person, what's a good person, what makes them evil, what makes them good. And it's a really beautiful scene. I really like Rue's and Ali's dynamic, and I gotta say that the introduction of his character in episode 7 at the beginning was like honestly the best part of season 3. Like, I really like to see his background and like how that he became a sponsor, like help people, and it was really like heartbreaking to see the whole like, you know, his little diary where he writes the names of the people that he lost due to addiction and stuff. That was really beautiful. Like, I mean, beautiful. It was like heartbreaking, but like beautiful in a way. So we kind of see them like having this like father and daughter relationship. I didn't mention that Rue goes back to Alamo's place after robbing Laurie's farm, and Alamo gives her a Coke and a painkiller, and then proceeds to hand her this like other pack of painkillers for her hand that's hurting. And we're now toying with this like little painkiller bottle at Ali's place, and yeah. The next sequence is Ali's waking up, finding Rue having breakfast, and she sees at the television that Fez has escaped. Hello? From prison. Remember, we were talking, like, actually talked about that in like the last video. It was like, girl, are we still bringing up Fez? Like, that's crazy. Rue basically runs from Ali's place to go to, I guess, her hometown. Yeah. And the sequence of like her driving in her hometown, and then you kind of see her looking on the side, and she sees her mom driving Gia and herself back in like season 1. Yeah, pretty sure. That was like, oh my god. And then young Rue looks back and sees Jules biking, and then it's just like, it was like such a beautiful scene. And I feel like that's when I actually realized that Euphoria was ending, because like when shows usually do this, it's like always some kind of like ending of season, or, you know, like the actual ending of the whole show. So that was like really heartbreaking. She ends up at her place after looking for Fez like all around, and she sees her mom. I need to collect myself because this was like... And then the scene cuts back to Rue on the sofa in Ali's place and struggling, and her hand is like reaching up. Rue is dead. And Alamo laced the painkillers with fentanyl. So Rue is dead. And Ali finds her, and that's like, at that point, I was not in myself. I was actually feeling sick. I was so mad. Cause like Rue wanted to get better. But that motherfucker laced her pills because he found out that she was working for the DEA or for whatever reason, like he didn't trust her. But she wanted to get better. This is like, oh my god, we're gonna spend a few minutes on this because like, oh wow. It's honestly the fact that it was so cruel that, you know, just made me really, I don't know, it was like so emotionally overwhelming. And honestly, the whole show has been really like a roller coaster of emotions. Like it was actually overwhelming watching some of the episodes, but this was like, you know, they just place it there and you have to like manage those feelings. And it's like, girl, Rue died, but she wanted to get better. It's the reality, I'm guessing, like I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but like I guess it's the reality of a lot of people, you know, that one last pill, as we see also like in the next sequences, people think that she was like just a drug addict and she died for that.
I could have left things better.
She was a drug addict.
Yeah, I know.
But no, my girl wanted to get better. She wanted to get better. Oh my god. Honestly, that's like the part that breaks my heart the most. Like, she wanted a painkiller. I know there's like a lot of opinions online. I actually haven't read a lot about whether people like this kind of ending or not. A lot of people enjoyed the finale. I also really did. I kind of saw people online saying that they wanted Rue's death to be more gruesome or maybe more like glorifying, maybe, if that's even a word that I could use, I don't know. Adequate for the fact that she was like such an important character. But I think there's like, I don't know, it's like very sad the way that she died, and I guess, yeah, it just like reflects a reality that's very common. It's like that one last pill, as I said, and as I also read online. So I think that's honestly the best death that Rue could have had if you consider that something bad was gonna happen to her. Because like the best one is like she doesn't die, of course, but I think everybody kind of knew that something was gonna happen. Either she goes to jail or either she dies, and I think it's better that she had that kind of ending instead of, I don't know, being shot or something. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? The show started with drugs, like the whole show, and it ended with drugs, and that's sad. But yeah, at least Ali knows that we wanted to get better, and it's that motherfucker Alamo that wanted to fuck us. And we got revenge. I know that's right. Come closer. It's actually so hot today, you have no idea. I'm melting. After Rue's death, wait, this is not. These are my notes from class. Hello, wait, hold on. After Rue's death, we get a time jump of, I think around 2 months or something, like a few months. We see Ali quitting. He says basically in, you know, his like usual reunion of addicts. How's that called in English? Oh my god, reunion of addicts is crazy. Oh my god. Like the, you know, the group, sorry, English is not my first language, as you can see. And he says that basically you're either good or bad, and if you're bad, you're evil. We see Jules kind of coping with her death, painting this painting, and my girl Jules did not really have a storyline this season, but I really appreciated that they kind of made her character show that she was really, you know, hit by Rue's death. Sam, we needed a better storyline for Jules. Like, I saw this one comment online that I still remember. It was so funny, and people said that Kid is BBL had more screen time than Jules, and I hate to admit that that's right. Babe, Jules was like non-existent in this season. Hello? Oh my god, I loved Jules' character. Despite everything, I liked her character. And I think it was really compelling to watch. We could have given Jules a better storyline. I'm sure like Hunter Schafer probably, I mean, I'm guessing like she had an idea of where her character wanted to go for this season. But Sam needs to invite more people, and actually not invite, let people be in the writing room with him. Also, he can go. Thank you. Cause girl, there's actually so much that I don't, that's kind of the reason why I wasn't really vibing with like the sort of middle of the season. The plot was really low-key not going anywhere, and I was like, what's the point of this? Like, what are we watching? Like, Cassie wanting to become an influencer and then basically failing, getting a role in Lexi's play, like Lexi's sort of job, and then failing again. I'm like, hello, and all just led up to the mess with Nate and Nate dying, and it's like, so these girls even have a storyline? Like, even Maddy herself, like, what was her point? Like, okay, she was like iconic the whole season, but what did we learn about her life in this season? You know what I mean? We're gonna get into this a little later, but anyway, we find out that Maddy and Cassie created a business together, so they want to manage these girls and letting them live in Nate and Cassie's old place, and they invite Lexi to write storylines. Now, are they talking about porn? I don't know. I was so confused at that point. I was like, what is going on? My girl Rue just died. Why are we talking about this? Maddy ends up going to Alamos to give him some money, I'm guessing for like the deal that she and him made for, killing the Armenian guy. I guess. I don't know. Are they having sex? What's going on? I don't get it. We are now at the strip club. Kitty is showing off her new BBL. Where is Rosalia? Where is Rosalia? Where is my girl Rosalia? Hello? She was so iconic in the last episodes. I loved her character, honestly. And she's a great actress. I want to see her in more films, honestly. Wasn't she supposed to go to Mexico? No? She's not working there anymore? What happened? Did I miss something? I don't know. Whatever. Maddy's talking to Alamo in this, like, private room, and, girls dancing and people eating and watching. And then Ali steps in and locks the door of the strip club. Oh my god. Ali avenging Rue was not on my bingo card for this episode, for the season. And Alamo killed the one person that he had always cared for, like his daughter, basically. So, my man, oh my god. Also, Colin Domingo is like an amazing actor. I loved his performance. Like, he's amazing, like even in the other seasons, but just like putting this out there. Also, like, praise to Zendaya, always amazing Rue, and Sydney Sweeney. Honestly, she can be mad controversial, and I understand that, but she low-key carried a big part of the season. Like, people were tuning in, yes, to watch Rue, but also to watch where the hell Cassie was gonna end up, low-key. And she did a great job, in my opinion. But yeah, Alamo shows up and challenges Ali to a duel, however you say it. I actually don't know. And guess what? Bishop, who took our guns before we got in the room with Maddy, took the bullets out of the gun.
I'll see you in hell, you mother. Everything that I've heard, praise the Lord.
He basically saved Ali by doing that, and thank you, Bishop, for being a good person and for having mercy. And Ali basically shoots Alamo, and that's how he dies, and it was really, really satisfying to see and to watch. I thank you, Ali, for your service. Thank you for being like the best character ever. Like, also when he was like, Alamo was like, who sent you? And Ali was like, Rue. And Alamo's face like darkens, and it's like, oh my god. And then when Alamo dies, you see Maddy smiling, and it's like so satisfying, and it's like, thank you, I don't owe this man $1 million or something. Like, yay. We're free. We're basically free. That's amazing. So honestly, it wasn't even like that bad of an ending. Like, Cassie's free of doing whatever she wants. Maddy's free of doing whatever she wants. They don't have like they don't owe money to anybody. Jules is in her penthouse. Nate is dead. Am I forgetting anybody? After that, Ali goes to the Mormons' house, the Christians' house, like the people that Rue was close with in the first episode, and she wanted to go back. My heart broke for Daisy when, Ali goes like, my daughter used to stay here with you. And
Ruby?
Daisy goes like, Ruby? How is she? And Ali's like, she's in a better place.
She's in a better place.
How is she?
She's in a better place.
I don't know what was the deal between Daisy and Rue. Like, were they low-key, like... Was Daisy low-key into her or something? I don't know. I don't know why you want to think that, but I don't know. She was, like, really heartbroken for her. I'm guessing, like, they... I don't know. What's the deal between them two? I don't know. You know what I mean? So we got one last glimpse at Rue being happy and smiling at the end of the table, and that was really giving, like, the... you know, the Last Supper sort of situation, because like she was just like standing like at the end of the table, just like observing everybody and just smiling. And yeah, it ends with this like kind of picture of the American dream, like the family and the American flag and just the big house and the countryside and the land. And it's, yeah, that's the end of Euphoria season 3 and the whole show. I'm gonna need like 5 business days to recover from Rue's death. Like, I cannot believe that she died. But low-key was expected, but still I don't want to believe that. And I really liked how at the end it didn't feel like the show was glorifying these kind of you know, lifestyles, I'm gonna say, because everybody sort of suffered from the consequences of their actions. You know what I mean? Which I guess it's good, considering that Euphoria is like has been really controversial for this whole like portraying like addiction and sexual abuse and stuff. Now Sam Levinson really did exaggerate with this season, because like as I said, the whole Cassie Dilla moment, 10 minutes and more of her breasts just like, and I think I removed from my mind whatever happened in those 2 episodes that I was like, girl, like my heart was actually pounding from my chest. I was feeling so emotionally overwhelmed while I was watching, and I was like, this is crazy for a show. Like, why am I feeling like this? Somebody online was saying that they put like dark magic in the show, and I'm like, why do I low-key believe that? Like, I don't know. I was just like on the edge of my seat at all times, and I guess it's like I find the show very entertaining, and I think season 3 was really entertaining. Now we can discuss till the end of the day, till tomorrow morning, till the end of times, how many things were actually problematic with this. The shitting being one of them. Why do we have to shit in every episode, and we have to like make it like visible for people to like hear? Hello? I did not want to hear that. I feel like the main sort of issue that I had with this season was that we were really focusing on basically the storylines of 2 characters. Rue, and she's been always the center of, you know, Euphoria, so it makes sense. And Cassie. Like, Cassie at some point of the season became like the actual center of the show, and everybody was sort of rotating around her. Like, Nate was for like his whole money situation. Maddy's storyline ended up becoming part of Cassie's storyline. Lexi's non-existent kind of role in this season ended up in a way like intertwining with Cassie's and dynamic. We didn't really get what Euphoria was in the past seasons, and like, you know, kind of each episode focusing on one character and telling their backstory. Like, I feel like we could have just expanded on so much. One thing being, for example, Nate, and why did we all of a sudden not have any more anger issues? Like, hello, did we go to therapy or something? Like, what happened? Or Maddy, that one scene at the wedding where she leaves because she's like feeling emotional. We don't really get to see anything about that, and it's like, to summarize, I think that was like my main issue with the storylines of this season. But still, as I said, I found the season entertaining to watch, and I don't think I'm gonna rewatch it again. That's the thing. Like, compared to the first season and the second, I don't think I'm gonna rewatch the season again. But yeah. So yeah, I think that's like basically it for, you know, this whole Euphoria thingy that we did. I actually really loved editing these videos, so if you guys want more commentaries or stuff, just let me know, because that was so much fun to edit, like low-key with all the memes and stuff. That was really, really fun. So briefly kind of tracing the conclusions of this video, just like mentioning a bunch of like the things that I read online today. People were arguing whether Euphoria was like basically Christian propaganda, And as I said, very funnily, but I did not feel like I wanted to pick up a Bible after watching Euphoria. Like, I don't know, that would be low-key insane. But I don't know, to me, it just didn't feel like that. I think Rue's problems were that big that you can understand why she turned to religion. Like, I think not we all do, but we can all sort of understand it. You know what I mean? When you have like that big of a problem in your life, you're just looking for something to grasp on, and religion or God or spirituality sort of becomes this thing that can save you because it's bigger than you, and so you find an anchor maybe. Then we can also argue about whether this whole portrayal of a religion was good or not in Euphoria, but y'all let me know. I honestly don't know. I just enjoyed the finale, to be honest. I think it was like a really good conclusion to this mess of a season. Like, honestly, this was probably the best episode of the season, not gonna lie. Like, I also want to end on this other note. I read this one comment today that I feel like I didn't really think of this, but it makes a lot of sense. Like, there's this one scene after the 2 months time jump where we see Cassie and Maddy getting into business together. We also see Cassie and Lexi having a conversation about, do you read the Bible? And Cassie's like, no, whatever. And there's this one comment of this person, and I really want to read it because like it's... Okay, sorry, I had to get my earphones because somebody started moaning their garden and I'm cutting grass and I'm so annoyed. Oh my god, I was just about to end the video, whatever. So I just wanted to mention this one comment that I read online about, you know, that thing that I was explaining. And it says, the scene also creates an interesting parallel with Cassie herself. Cassie spends so much of the series wanting to be seen for more than just her worst decisions. By focusing on Rue's smile, she's doing exactly that for Rue, like remembering her as a person and not as a problem, which felt bittersweet because it suggests that even when Rue believed she was a burden or a disaster, other people were carrying memories of her that she probably never realized mattered. And I think it's like the best conclusion to this video. I think it makes so much sense and I totally agree with it. You're not your problem, basically. That's the thing. Like, you are a person, you're not the issue that is kind of graving down on you. And I think it's like a beautiful concept, and Euphoria in the years has kind of done this job of portraying addiction, and we can argue whether it was glorified or not. I don't really want to express myself on that, to be honest, but I think Euphoria is just like important for a lot of people, like as a show, and it's not like we grew up with it, but in a way, you know, I just remember watching season 2 and then, well, season 1 and season 2 when season 2 came out, and I was like, wow, like, that's not my life at all, but in a way, you know, I can understand how it's important to talk about this. And I think no other show did it like Euphoria. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. So anyway, controversies and all, I am gonna miss Euphoria. Euphoria has a place in my heart and still has it. And also Lexi's mom, Rue's mom, sorry, I forgot her name, Nikita something, her video on Instagram saying like, that she got like only 3 seconds of screen time on episode 7. It was like really, really funny, but honestly, fair enough. Like, they could have given my girl Leslie a bit more screen time, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. But Sam, my advice is just leave. Anyway, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope you guys are gonna tune in for the next stuff that's gonna be brought to YouTube by me. There's a vlog coming out. I don't know when. I went to Stockholm a few weeks ago and it was like the best trip ever. I had the most fun ever, and I'm currently editing the video. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, make sure you guys follow me on Substack and Instagram. And I will see you very soon. Let me know your impressions of Euphoria, whether you liked it, whether it was like not, I don't know, just tell me, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. I cannot believe the lawn mower just stopped moaning. Moaning? The lawn mower? No, that's not the word. Anyway, the lawnmower. the cutting grass thingy. Anyway, let's just wrapping this up. Pack it up. Let's go. Bye bye, guys. It was really nice to talk to you. It actually finished. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. Anyway, bye, guys. Talk to you soon.